Hi, I'm Rob, a school teacher doing another edition to my student behavior series in an attempt to dramatically improve the public schools by addressing the critical problem of student behavior. Today marks the 10th anniversary of the tragedy at Columbine High School, and sadly, we have an almost identical situation brewing in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where about a month and a half ago, a 16-year-old student brutally attacked a helpless female school bus driver. I now have information most of you probably haven't heard before about the student's background, what type of disciplinary action is being taken against him, and as a result of the Freedom of Information Act request I sent to the Kalamazoo Township Police Department, I now have uncensored video of this attack that you can see, which proves that the school bus driver did nothing to provoke this attack, and it's not a psychotic episode by the student. He knew exactly what he was doing. This attack was deliberate. I'm also going to address how accurate is the emotionally disturbed label. How accurately can modern medicine truly diagnose this illness? Now, ladies and gentlemen, in order to prove that the statements and accusations I'm making in this video are accurate, I must show you the uncensored video of the attack. But I must caution you, this is graphic.
I'm not the one to play with. I'll knock your whole ass out.
You need to sit down.
Get the fuck up. I'll fold your fat ass up.
First, you're not in the base. You need to call the police.
And this is not his first offense, as his published report from the Kalamazoo Gazette indicates. He was charged as a juvenile with misdemeanor assault and battery 5 times between April 2005 and March 2006. For the prior incidents involved assaults on women. This bears a striking resemblance to the 2 boys in Columbine 10 years ago. And according to this published report from the Kalamazoo Gazette, despite the boy's priors, all that the assistant prosecutor is going to recommend is that the boy be placed in a long-term residential facility instead of juvenile detention where he belongs, where he will continue to go to school and receive counseling and psychiatric evaluations. That's almost identical to the treatment the boys in Columbine received 10 years ago before they went on their rampage. What does this kid have to do before justice is served? Now, on my earlier student behavior Joe Clark style video that I put onto YouTube on March 1st, 2009, a few days before the attack aired, I said, "This refusal to discipline disruptive students is a disaster waiting to happen." In this case, the driver suffered a broken hand and bruising in the incident and also received stitches to the lip, according to this published report from the Kalamazoo Gazette. Now, although this refusal to discipline a disruptive student has not yet resulted in a disaster, it nearly did, and it easily could have. He could have easily broken several of her ribs or worse. Now, in my 11 years of teaching experience, I find these emotionally disturbed special ed labels to be a fraud. You see, if the school cannot control the students' behavior in a normal classroom, they get them in a special ed classroom or a regional educational service agency's classroom in which the school district gets a lot more money from the government and the kid can get away with virtually anything. Now, I've consulted with multiple mental health experts and they all tell me there are no medical tests, whether it be a brain scan or a blood test, to verify that these diagnoses are accurate. The diagnoses are based solely on observations and symptoms that the patient reports. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, how many teenagers do you know of who aren't emotionally disturbed? Now please share your stories with me in a YouTube message center. Ask the Association of American Educators what you can and can't say. They can be found at www.aaeteachers.org. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your messages into YouTube Message Center, so I will have the documentation I need to try to persuade the media that they need to cover this in order to dramatically improve the public school system and make it safe for the rest of us. I worked for ABC for 4 years, and I know how crucial ratings are to what the media covered. Please, help me prevent another Columbine from happening. And ladies and gentlemen, as is always, thank you so much for being part of my audience, and may God be with you all.